So good morning again, everybody. I'm sorry we're running late, and I'm hoping that most of you, if all of you can stay with us for the rest of the time. We have some interesting things, but as usual, time tends to run ahead. So this morning, I have a panel with me, and we're going to take you through, very briefly, through COESL's complementary capitalism model, which is a model at the foundation of what we do. For us, building partnerships is key to anything we do, but building credible, scrupulous partnerships are more important than just partnerships. Yeah. So I'm going to share the model with you, and I am going to, after sharing the model, invite a few of the people who have participated in the model to give brief comments on how the model has benefited them over the years. I want to try and share my screen with you, and I hope it works because, yeah, can you see that? Since I can't see you, you can just open your mics and let me know. Can you see?
Yes, we are seeing it, Dr. Brand.
Okay,
yes,
great.
yes.
Excellent, excellent. So on my screen, this is our model. We created this model together at COESL, and our model's motto is alone we go fast, together we go far. We are very focused because on this complementary capitalism model, mainly because over the years what we have seen is our ability to compete in many cases affects us at the bottom line. And many people will say, oh, what is she talking about? But if we focus on profits alone, we might say, no, it doesn't affect us at the bottom line. But at the bottom line of everything we do is the sustainable livelihoods and dignity and day-to-day living of our people. Our people, all of our people, not just some, but every single one. And that is why we at COESL have decided over the years and taken a very deliberate and intentional actions, very deliberate and intentional actions to ensure that whatever we do, we are not hurting. We're not perfect, so maybe sometimes we do hurt. We try to rectify where we know we have done harm, but our purpose is to be a force for good as well as helping people and ourselves to be socially and economically sustainable. Now, if you look at our model, we're looking at goals, we're looking at description, and we're looking at indicators, impact indicators. This is how we use our model, because the goals for our model are focused on the 4 Ps. And we're working within the Sustainable Development Goals. We're working at the 4 Ps within the SDGs. We are also positioning our work, and that work, when I say our work at COESL, it means our work and our partners' work. And our partners include Gen Caribbean and others as well. So here we have the 4 Ps, which is developing people for sustainable, so that they can make their own sustainable livelihoods, whether it's working for themselves or working for others. And within that, or description of that, is that we are going to help to affect people's mindset. We want a mindset change so that people become more entrepreneurial, they become more caring, they become more sharing, they look out for each other, they become more of a village. They understand how to complement rather than compete. And they build new skills or improve the skills that they have and talents, and are more focused on equality and equity. Yeah. So that's developing people. That's the first P. The second P is building strong, scrupulous partnerships. So within that, we're setting standards. How do we work together? Do we share the same vision, the same values? Are we on the same mission? Are we on separate mission, but we can collaborate and complement each other to ensure that we do not harm, that we do good, that we have a purpose in our force for good mission, as well as our purpose to make profits. We do accreditation. We look at each other as resource centers. We can share, yeah? We mobilize together, we connect. One of our purpose within COESL is to connect entrepreneurs across the region and across the world. And we have been doing this forever because we have recognized that, as I love to say, one hand just will not clap. We all know this, right? It will never clap. So we need to find other hands. And one-on-one, as Charles said this morning, does not make two. And we need to recognize that. But we also need to recognize within all of that, when our shared values and our shared ownership, when we look at these things, if our partnerships do not match, our partnerships mission, vision, goals, values do not match, then we may want to say, I cannot partner with you, I will partner with this other person. You choose, and you choose carefully, because you do want to ensure that you're going far. Yeah? So in shared values, which is tied into all of our P's, reciprocity is a key component, a key component. We are giving and we are receiving. We're not just giving. That will burn anybody out, any good shepherd. So we are looking at reciprocity. We're looking at responsibility. Being able to accept responsibility for things that we do and being able to be responsible for others as well. Respect, honesty, partnerships, and trust. Trust is such a critical thing. Do what we say we're going to do, explain if we cannot do it, and walk that talk. Now I'm going through fast because of course we have limited time. Our next P, of course, is peace. Maintaining the peace. Now, we are deliberately helping our entrepreneurs to solve conflicts, to minimize discrepancies, to understand how to operate amicably, how to walk away, how to answer, how to catch more flies with honey than with vinegar. If we do not have peace within, very often our energy level gets sapped because we're constantly stressing about being in one conflict after the other, and we're in turmoil. We're in inner turmoil. We need inner peace so that we can affect people outside with our peace. Yeah. So we look at that as creativity, innovation, at the core of what we're doing, and that is built on entrepreneurship, as you know. Yeah. And we go on to the next P, which is planet. And that is all built around sustainability. Our planet, our ability to make our own livelihoods, our ability to stay healthy, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, are all of the things that sustain us from day to day. And so when we take care of our planet, and we take care of our inner peace, and we take care of our partners, and we choose our partners carefully, then we minimize the level of stress on ourselves and on others. And so at the level of sustainability, we're looking at the green economy. Of course, we're looking at profits, and we're balancing the profits with purpose. And of course, we're looking at good governance. We cannot run our organizations or businesses on bad governance. We have to have good structures, good systems, good processes and procedures in place for measurement, for monitoring, for our ability to get things done. Our policies that guide us must be in place. And the people who are with us must be honest, must have integrity, and we must trust. So I'm going to stop there, and I'm going to ask our panel, who are Dr. Defoe, we are going to call on you while Dr. John gets back his technology.
Well, good morning, Dr. Brandon. It is an honor and privilege to share in this
Organization
informative
is that
conference and
we
to
act,
really talk about how your model and how the work of COESL has impacted me and my work, not only across the United States, but across the Caribbean. I believe so much in the model, and it speaks to me and my whole focus on Ubuntu, because without systems, without processes, without collaborative partnership, you're really not able to really maximize impact. I had the opportunity while in Barbados working on another project some years ago to meet Dr. Brandon. And so our relationship has really been over some years now, maybe 10 or 12 years. And what I have found in terms of this model and applying it, it enables entrepreneurs to really focus more on purposeful profits, and it really gives a framework. I have been, embraced it, and what it has allowed me to do as an entrepreneur and as an individual who serves organizations around the globe is to share this model, share her expertise. And so what it is doing is not only impacting the Caribbean or those folks that directly work with the organization, it has allowed me to really champion and share the model with organizations across the U.S., parts of Africa, and in other parts of the world where I work. More and more, if we can help entrepreneurs understand, as I often say, there's more than enough oxygen in the room, there's more than enough opportunity. And so the more you are able to collaborate in an authentic way and bring and marshal your expertise and share that makes the whole entrepreneurial ecosystem stronger, and it enables everybody to win. So it's about purposeful profits, it's about collaboration, and this is a powerful model if we could get it implemented in authenticity globally. We could change the world. I could go on more and more to talk about it, but in the interest of time, I will stop. But I think Dr. Brandon and the team have come up with a powerful model that more and more, if it can be replicated, we can change the economic landscape. We can open up more opportunities for entrepreneurs and across the region, because figuring out how to take your passion and create purposeful profits, that is becoming more and more important. As it was shared with the presenter from Turkey, more and more jobs are disappearing. And so being able to manifest your talent, your expertise, and monetize that into a small or medium-sized business is becoming more and more important. And what better way to do it than through the utilization of this model?
Thank you so much, Dr. Defoe. And I know in the interest of time, we're really cutting it short, but we want to give you the gist to inspire you, and then we can catch up later. Dr. John, do you want to continue your say now?
I just missed that. I heard my name, Dr. Brandon. Could you just
Yes,
repeat?
I was saying, do you want to continue now? I know you had some technological issues, so do you want to continue with what you were saying?
I think I would let the other speakers come on, and then we will come back and then just add some more.
Okay, all right. Mrs. Jackson, June Jackson, are you there?
Good morning, I'm right here.
Okay, great. Can you give us your experiences? As we said, we're gonna stay brief, yes?
Definitely, we will do that. Good morning to your panel, your previous speakers. And as we say, in the interest of time, let me say that the complementary capitalism model that COESL has integrated into our GAD Center model, which features on 3 Ps, we were able to capitalize on this model, and it became more evident last year, October, when Dr. Brandon said to me, this is our 2 weeks to pound the streets. And I was there wondering how we gonna pound the streets, but I can tell you that Dr. Brandon had showed me how to utilize this capitalism model to pound the streets. And we really pushed those streets, I can tell you, because we have been to so many places in such short time where we were able to introduce God Center's model, vision, and mission that is so common in both organizations that we made quite a bit of partnerships in Antigua and Barbuda. And when I say Barbuda, I mean Barbuda because we actually got to go to Barbuda and we were able to introduce them to the same model that both God Center and COESL has integrated together. And I must say that this model is really a very good model. I must say kudos to COESL and its partners, because we as Gen Caribbean as well saw it fitting to ensure that this is very important in our group and how we interact and communicate with each other. Let me say though that the entrepreneurship component has also been key in the complementary model. And as you can, well, one of my entrepreneurs was not able to feature herself. However, this is one of the young entrepreneurs who was able to come out of her comfort zone and was able to see where she can take her entrepreneurship skills. Even though she has the skills, she just needed to come out of her comfort zone and show how she can utilize this model so that she's able to be more visible in Antigua and Barbuda. So with that being said, and in the interest of time, I want to say thank you to the whole team of COESL for this actual conference that we have here. And we hope to put on more of these conferences because we do need to network with each other. And I can echo the sentiments of our featured speaker. We need to remove ecoism and integrate ecosystem where we all reciprocate the same vision, the same mission, and we participate with each other instead of competing with each other. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Jackson. We couldn't say it any better than how you have said it or how Dr. Defoe has said it. I'm gonna ask, is Mrs. Lewis in the house? Doesn't look that way, so we are gonna go on to Miss Correa. Are you still with us?
Yes, good morning, Dr. Brandon.
Good morning.
I am here. Good morning, everyone.
One of our babies.
I am honored to still be categorized as a baby. Okay.
You used to be.
I'm trying to get the video to come on. But anyways, in the meantime, good morning again, everyone. My name is Timisha Correa, and I am the owner and executive, not necessarily executive, the owner, founder, and editor-in-chief at Edge Media Center. We are a digital production and marketing company that is based in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And we have been working along with COESL through Constructive Solutions, Inc. and Dr. John.
Have you gone as well, Miss Correa? We're really having some awful technology this morning. Since Miss Correa has gone on pause and we don't want to take up much time, I'm going to ask Dr. John to jump in, make his intervention at this time. I don't think Mrs. Lewis is with us, so we will go with Dr. John and then we'll move on.
Right, good. I'm back again. Yes, thank you, Dr. Brandon. One of the things that I think that we need to bring out here a lot in terms of the working of the complementary capitalism model is that word trust. and I think Dr. Defoe mentioned it in terms of, and my colleague June Jackson also mentioned it, in terms of working together, you know, in an authentic way. And this is something that I really seen work with COESL for all the time I've been with COESL and Dr. Brandon. We don't do anything at all without including COESL into it. We try to avoid that at all costs. One of the things that we have to understand in the Caribbean is that we are stronger together because of the demographics of the Caribbean being small island developing states. It is better for us, especially now with the open global market, to work together, you know, to get that market share that we are all seeking. But we must do so authentically without feeling threatened. You know, I think that a wave has come over the Caribbean where we get threatened very easily, you know, thinking someone wants to take over what you're doing. But the COESL's complementary capitalism model has taught me, and I've been teaching this to many others, that that is not the case. Actually, you gain more when you include other people. And, you know, we have worked with a number of partners I have here also. Keisha George with me this morning, Alan Leach is here with me, and they would know that this is the way that we work always. And this is a standard that I've set every single day of operation, and it's something you have to just practice. Communication is another area that we have to look at. We need to communicate with each other, as June Jackson said, you know, network more. You know, don't always wait for someone to come to you. You know, Dr. Brandon will know we speak on a very regular basis. I might not get to all of the partners, but what we do, we share one message to everyone rather than trying to talk to everyone every time. That is not always possible. And this is something that I would love to see us build more in the Caribbean, where we can work together, you know, as one unit and actually help each other's businesses and see how we complement each other. And I'm not talking about saying, oh, this is nice or that is not nice. That is one part of it. But I'm talking about how can our businesses help each other to grow, you know, without feeling any form of competition or feeling threatened. And I've been trying to show Vincentians in particularly that we are a very small dot. And if you look at the world map, you wouldn't even recognize many of the islands that are across the Caribbean on the world map unless you zoom into it. And then when we go on the global market, they swallow us up by population and so on. So it's key. And I'm really happy that Dr. Brandon brought this model on board. It has really, really helped us a lot, you know, and I'm looking forward to continuously working. I see one of my good colleagues also from St. Kitts, as I talk about the model, Anastasia, yes. You know, I love working with this young lady. I see Lenicia also from Jamaica and Miss Diana Pike. All of these are people that we connected with through the model, and we have kept working with each other as best as we can. Sometimes we don't get to see each other every day, but we know that we support each other, whether it be on Facebook, you know, we talk about each other, we refer other people to other people's businesses, and this has really worked a lot for us. I saw Miss Amisha Courier come back. I don't know if she's ready, but I would pause at this time, Dr. Brandon.
Okay, great, Dr. John. Thank you so much. And we're gonna ask Ms. Courier to say her few words before we wrap up and go into the next session. I want to reiterate that this complementary, as you said, Dr. John, is not PLIMENT, where we say nice things. It's PLE, where we complete each other. Please make that very clear in our minds. It's not fluffy, it's substance, yeah? Fluffy is good too, but we want to add substance to the fluff, okay? Ms. Courier?
I am so sorry, guys. I have no idea what happened. I just got kicked out and I saw my screen cut off and I was like, okay, I don't know. Sorry about that once again. I don't know where I left off from you, but I'm going to just wrap it off.
Yes.
As I was saying, we have worked well with Constructive Solutions Inc. and COESL in the forms of working along in executing projects, as well as being participants in their different sessions. As I had mentioned, different entrepreneurial training sessions such as DEEC, as well as taking part in the COESL Entrepreneurial Bootcamp in 2015. as well as being a part of a conference similar to this, but not virtual, in actual person. Last time in Grenada, where I met a lot of very innovative and forward-thinking entrepreneurs, where I was able to share my perspective and learn from them as well. So this partnership and this model is very effective, as it fosters a lot of networking, it fosters a lot of development as individuals, not only in a business standpoint, because there are a lot of different aspects that makes a business, and the individual is one of the most important aspects of that. And in doing these different sessions and working along with the organization, both Dr. Brandon or Dr. John, or even Miss Gordon and all of these other persons, we were able to come together and develop as individuals, which then leads to more sustainable and productive businesses. So I just want to say this model works. It is very effective. And even though I may not have a physical product, being a media production entrepreneur and a service entrepreneur, I am still able to network and still able to develop in the same way as though if it were a product-based business or a service-based business. So lovely to meet all of you, and I thank you for giving me somewhat of a second try. And yes, hi Keisha, I can see you waving.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I want to just end. I want to thank you, partners, because I want to make this very clear that without you, COESL could not do this. We could not do this on our own. So we value each and every single one of you, those who have spoken and those who have not been able to. We have limited time, and so we're running along. But one of the things I want to leave with you is think about, if you're not using this model, how can you actually use this model? And do you think this model will bring any value to you? And I want to leave that with you as I turn back over to Dr.